when we start the episode, it's gonna be like,
I'm down.
Ready? Or
yeah, that works for me.
We gotta put it up though.
Yeah, for sure.
Like apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. The whole club be looking at her.
I like doing I don't know, whenever I'm I like standing up for it because I like to be able to do the low, low, low thing.
Oh,
I don't know,
my
that
gosh.
just, you gotta immerse yourself in it.
All right, so let's get rolling.
All right, great.
Great. So thank you everyone for joining us at the Valeria Genoves Show. Today we have Aiden, owner of Breadin Bros company.
Yeah, Breadin Bros.
Breadin Bros. So Aiden, give us a little introduction.
Yeah, so Breadin Bros is a company. We make, all natural dredge mix seasonings, anything fried really. Everyone asks, "Oh, what was your, inspiration for it?" I mean, I've always been the fried chicken guy growing up, having it at restaurants and that kind of stuff. So it just naturally turned into a tinkering at home. And then I think it was about that pandemic, I started tinkering with the flour recipe because before I would do cornflakes. And I remember one night doing we put pretzels in the mixer and used that as coating. But then we went to a flour mix in about 2020 and that's what became Breadin Bros over the course of 3 years.
So how old were you when you thought of this idea?
So that was about 11 when I started working on the flour recipe, and then it was 2021. I had always thought about doing something with it, I always thought a fried chicken place
it
would
was
be
on your
cool.
mind constantly.
Yeah, and then my grandma was like, "Hey, Aiden, what if you just started selling bags? You just put it in bags and started selling it." And I was like, "Oh,
why not?
Why not? Why not make it happen now?" So it took a few years to get that ball rolling, but we did it. And yeah.
Was the process off and on? Were you it took 2 years that you were working on it? Was it we'll work on it here and then there and see if it becomes that?
It was definitely an off and on process. It took some time. Had to get the family on board with it. Had to get them really committed to it, and then. About 2023, February, we made our first proper batch, and we started selling it, to friends and family, and that's kind of what started it all.
Yeah, how did you convince your mom?
She was just, there wasn't really too much convincing to do. It was just being persistent.
She was motivated. She's like,
yeah, it was just really being persistent about it, getting that, making sure we were doing stuff. Obviously, I couldn't, do an awful lot at the time. I couldn't drive anywhere.
You're only 14, right? Or
no, I would have been, 14 at that time. So
I need you to drive me.
It was kind of hard to, go pick up stuff and, drop off things. I kind of was relying on, my family, but we got it done.
Did you guys make a lot of fried chicken before you thought of this idea, or? Was this a favorite dish?
That was, I would say it was a favorite dish. And then that was, from there, we had to do I think we probably did somewhere between 1 and 2 dozen iterations of it. So it was every couple weeks it'd be the fried chicken night, and we'd be and we'd do the Breadin Bros, and it'd be a different one, small change or an ingredient on or off or something of less.
We need something or
that
didn't work
let's add
out.
some more kick.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of the process was doing that, and then
until it came about this.
And then it was
So I went to your I went to try that Primal because they just put it on the menu. They use your batter for their fried chicken, and I thought it was a 10 out of 10. It was so good. I was so happy to finally try it since I do work with your mom, but I haven't had a chance to try it since that day, which was not even, was it a week ago?
Yeah, I mean, actually today it's a week. Today is the 1 week anniversary of us being on the menu, so Yeah,
was
no,
so
it hasn't been
good.
that long, but it's super amazing. Like I love that place so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. The fried chicken's a 10 out of 10 there. It's
With the you put the lemon on it and the sauce. Everyone has to try it. Everybody listening has to go to Primal House and try it.
Yeah.
So how did how did you have that courage to go and ask Primal House, or did they approach you to have it on their menu?
So that's actually a really interesting story. So I had some family be like, oh, I just tried this Primal House place. It's really good. And, oh, you should, start selling, you should try and sell bags there, bring them a sample. And so I did. And then that same day, we got an email from Susan Williams. She's the general manager there. Mm-hmm. And she was like, oh, I want to talk to you about getting on the getting your product in our store, because they have a little market too. Mm-hmm. And then we had a good conversation. They ended up getting some bags. We went in there for lunch, and my grandma and the rest of my family was there. It was Father's Day. Mm-hmm. My grandma's kind of my partner in crime.
Okay.
It's important to know, like, she's kind of...
It's good to know she's the one that helped you create this?
Like, she helped me with a lot of the business side of getting it started. She was big and, like,
like putting it out there, marketing, or just keeping you on track.
I would say all of those things. Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. So she's awesome. And
it's so cool how your family got together and they're like, we're gonna make this happen for make this dream come true.
It took some time to get everyone behind it, but once everyone was behind it, it was
when they realized that this is actually, you're not gonna drop it. Like, we're gonna make this happen. They're like, okay.
Once we got on the gas, just the momentum was rolling. So anyways, with the Primal House thing, we were having lunch there, and me and my grandma were like, fried pickles would be great on the menu. Initially, that's what we thought would be. Fried pickles would be awesome. Yeah. So then my grandma brings it up because Susan came by our table and we chatted a little. And she loved the idea of like having something on the menu. Mm-hmm. So she brought out the Chef Drew. And we met. He got a sample bag to play around with. And then... yeah, we heard back from them a little bit later that they had sampled out, like, doing chicken within everybody there loved it. Oh, yeah. So that, and then at that point, it was pretty clear we were going to be on the menu. So we made it happen. And
it was easy. They just had to try it. And they're like, yep, this is no-brainer.
Yeah, and then the funny thing I found out about Susan is she apparently has been like a day one supporter. Oh. Like, she saw our product at the 2023 fair. Uh-huh. And she wanted to, like, get us into the store the minute, like, she was put in charge of that.
So once she got in charge, she ended up...
yeah, because she's, the general manager there. Yeah. So when they were building that out, because it's Primal House is a pretty new place, she tried to reach out to us before. Oh. Like, before they opened, I guess, a couple months ago, but I guess I don't know what happened to that email. Sometimes
it wasn't the time, right?
Yeah. But I think we had really good timing on that.
Yeah. So you said, so she met you at the fair on 2023. Yeah. And then so now you're actually at the fair as well, giving out samples this next couple weeks that you've been there, right? Or the fair's been there.
Yeah, so we are sampling, a couple days out of half the nights. Mm-hmm. We do a, 2-hour block, and I have the samples out there, and that also gives me the chance to, meet the customers, and that's really good. We've done about 3 days of sampling so far, and it's been a lot of good, like, I'll get a lot of people who are, like, coming back to the booth because they need more Breadin Bros, or, like, one time I got, this group came by and they were like, oh, I saw your product at General Store. I got a bag because I saw, like, we have, like, a little story frame at the General Store in downtown. And they were like, oh, we saw that and we bought your Breadin Bros. You know, we wanted to support you. And then, you know, that was nice because they hadn't had it yet. So I was able to kind of give them like a, you know, sneak peek of what they were about to.
Ooh, they're about to try. Because you have a gluten-free one.
Yes.
Is this really new or has it been out for a while?
So that's pretty new. The idea of it isn't very new. You know, from day one, it's been a lot of people have been like, when are you going to do a gluten-free, you know? And around like earlier this year, we were like, all right, we got to do it. It's got to
be done.
You know, because we had introduced like the boosters the previous year at the fair. Mm-hmm. So those are our little packs of flavor that you put into like you would mix it into a bag.
Oh.
For like more additional flavor. So like instead of having like a spicy bag of a Breadin Bros bag but spicy, it'd be like you get a regular bag of Breadin Bros and then you get a spicy booster.
That's smart. Instead of having to buy 2 different bags, you could just buy
you could just get the original stuff and then mix in whatever booster you wanted.
Oh, that is so cool. So that was last year that you hadn't gotten those little boosters.
Yeah, so that was last year. So we were kind of our idea was this year.
What's next?
We're gonna what's the new thing we're gonna have at the fair this year? So we landed on. We were like, we got to do this gluten free. People have been dying for it. Mm-hmm. So we got to work on it, and honestly, I think we were all surprised about how quickly like the development of it kind of started and ended in one kitchen night.
Oh, really? Just one night?
Yeah, we got super lucky. We found this like it's a gluten-free flour mix. Mm-hmm. We found it at the store and we put it on and it worked like perfectly.
That is so cool. That's amazing.
And because we had made a regular that night to compare, and unfortunately we had cooked the regular a little later, so it was like, you know, a little hotter. So when I did like a blind taste test, I knew, but I think if they were like the same temperature, I wouldn't have been able to tell the difference.
Okay, that's so good. So because the idea came in January, and then now we're in July. So like it only took one night, but even just to get it out there, it didn't even take you a year. That's pretty impressive. Yeah. So with the fair, are people able to go and purchase your batter there?
Yeah, so we are, and we have been in the Mission Marketplace.
Okay.
So it's a pretty cool place. You know, they have like a bunch of local smaller vendors, and it's super like awesome because it's affordable. You know, for us, it's reasonable. I mean, you know, we're not at a point where we can do like a full booth yet.
Not
and
yet.
Those are like,
but
yeah, and then it's like you don't have to be there the whole time because the idea is it's like a place where they have all the products, but there's like you know, people there to check out and stuff.
Oh, cool.
So that's how I'm able to just go in, you know, for a couple hours, and you know, on select fair days and do the samples. That's just to like further
to encourage people, right, to have them try it, and then hopefully they'll buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's been, you know, super awesome working with them. They do a really good job at making it feel like a family.
No, that's there's local products too.
Yeah, it's local products. Yeah,
so that's amazing.
And the people who run it are amazing.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like our first big. The fair was really our debut in 2023. Like it was, you know, it was May, and we were still figuring out how to get this going. So we found this, and we were like, well, you know, let's sign up for it.
Yeah.
And we got in. And, you know, it's been history ever since, and they've been amazing.
That's so cool. You found a spot to be able to, you know, share this with people and be able to even sample it. Because, you know, some people are not always open to trying new things. But you're like, no, you're going to try it.
Yeah.
Try it. It's amazing.
And then it usually, from there, it goes pretty good.
Right? Then they're like, why wouldn't you buy it?
I've had a hard time finding negative feedback.
No, it's amazing. So you can buy the gluten-free now.
Yeah. So we have that down at the fair. So we have everything, you know, like the boosters, our original mix, and our gluten-free is all down at the fair.
Okay.
And
And what are your boosters? So what flavors do you have for the boosters?
So right now we just have 3. We have spicy, we have lemon pepper, and we have Italian.
All the best ones.
Yeah.
Italian, though, I have to try that one.
You know what? I'm going to be honest. The Italian's my favorite.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. I mean, I haven't tried yours, but, we've tried the lemon, and then so Italian's going to be, that's an interesting one for sure.
Yeah.
So you're at the fair now, you're at Primal, but you're also in a few other places where you can find your batter. What are the other places that we can find them?
Yeah, so we're in a couple other places in Paso. We're in Vivant, Fine Cheese. We're in Creston House out by. That was one of our first stores. Actually, was
Creston House.
Creston House and General Store, and they're awesome. We go out there once a year, and we do we join them for a Taco Tuesday, and we'll make like a fried chicken taco, and everyone loves it, and it's just I really enjoy going there, because it just gives you that kind of like family vibe when you go there. And
as you're starting your product, you're also starting to meet people, and that's my job. That's one of my favorite things. It's like meeting people and then becoming close to them, because like they're just cool. You could just have a good conversation every time you see them, and so that's amazing that you're able to do that and that you enjoy it too. So when you went and asked them to put your product, what's that process like? Like if let's say you want to get into like Albertsons or something, what is your process into doing that?
So a lot of the process for our store so far, really, it's been one of 2 things. It'll be like, I have a mutual connection to them. It'll be like, oh, I'm introduced to this person, and oh, they own, a store out there, and we'll talk about it, and they'll be interested, and then it just goes from there. The other thing we've done before is there's, store we want to get into. I'll go down there, I'll give them a sample bag, and I'll, introduce myself and tell them my story. Yeah.
I was telling Jill, I was like, well, you guys should do try for Albertsons. Like a grocery store. That would be so cool. Like having to have more of local things in our big grocery stores would be like a whole aisle, and you could be there.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Yeah, no, I think Albertsons does have a local section. So
that's something you need to get in there.
We need to look at that. Yeah.
Right. So, how do you feel? Like, how is you seeing your product on, at Primal House and different stores, and knowing that you're growing? How are you feeling with that?
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, I'm going through the store, and oh, I see Breadin Bros on the shelf, and and I'll be going through a store maybe, and somebody will be looking at the product, and that just always just always awesome.
And it's so cool.
Yeah, and then that feeling was even more amplified when we had it on the menu.
Right.
When I was there a week ago for our little launch, that was, super special. First time opening the menu. Then seeing Breadin Bros dredged on the fried chicken. So
and just so many people came out to support you too. There was a lot of people there.
Yeah, we had a good turnout. Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. So you have your gluten-free. Is there something else that you're really wanting to do with your company?
I mean, I think right now we're in a really good spot where we have a lot of the things, like we have the gluten-free, we have our boosters, we're in a restaurant. So it's right now it's kind of like focus on like what we have and just
taking it,
push forward. Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember I was at the office one time, and I don't think you realized I was there, but I never met you, and you were at the office interviewing someone. And so I'm like, wait, what's going on? And I didn't realize you're only 16. So I'm like, oh, is he like a new agent? Like, what's happening? So I guess she was your marketing person? Do you have a marketing person?
Yeah, so that's Melanie McWilliams, and she does all our graphic design stuff.
Okay.
So she was we've worked together since day one, really. When we needed a back label, for all our ingredients and steps, we reached out to her.
Okay.
We had known her, you know, my mom had known her, and she did the graphic design for like the backyard here in Paso.
Oh, okay.
So
did she create your logo?
Yeah.
Together.
So it was inspired by something we had found online previously, but she, you know, made it our own thing, and then
Yeah, tell us how your logo got created.
Yeah, so it kind of started the inspiration for like our chicken. You know, we found it online, and then we went with that for a while, and then when we were getting serious about it, we had Melanie like change it up, you know, make it really ours, make it pop a little more.
Yeah.
And then, you know, she had to design our back label, and that was really good because like she kind of got it where it was like we knew what we wanted to do.
She just brought it to life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like perfectly. I think that's exactly what we would have.
It's like you told her.
If we knew how to do graphic design, that's exactly how we would have done
awesome.
it, you know? So.
Yeah. How about the name?
Breadin Bros. That's a funny story behind the name. It was really pretty boring. We were on the couch one night and we were talking about the business, and we were like, we need a name for this thing. And I don't know. I don't remember exactly how the name Breadin Bros came along, but that one kind of stuck.
Yeah, it's like, what about Breadin Bros?
Yeah, I forget who exactly said it, but you know, so at some point it was said, "Oh, Breadin Bros," and we were like, "All right,
let's do it."
Yeah, it
works. On the label.
It works with us. So
yeah, so everything started in your home, in your kitchen, or on the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of what Breadin Bros is today happened in one of those places.
Yeah. Who would have thought though? So since what, so you were 11, you're 16, so 5 years ago, you would have never thought that now you have your chicken at different stores.
No, not that I have like, you know, the business today, you know, like I wouldn't have.
You just have to be persistent. Yeah. That's what happened.
Yeah.
And patient.
Yeah.
I think maybe a lot of us lack patience for sure. Because we're like, it's 5 years later.
I mean, you know, sometimes it's like, oh, dude, we need to do this. But, you know, I think it eventually worked out always. So I just kind of keep that mindset where it's like, I like to say a lot, trust the process.
There you go. Yeah, patient, trust the process.
And so far, it's worked out pretty good for me. So I'm going to, you know, keep on doing it.
So what is so summer's right now, but typically if you're in school, what is your day like? Or just summer like, but while trying to create your business, but also do you have any time to... Well, you do, because you went to the concerts. You went to a few concerts.
Yeah,
huh? Okay, so you have a little bit of balance.
Yeah.
So what does your day typically look like?
Yeah, so I think it's interesting more so to talk about a school day, you know. So I'll wake up, you know, I have a little routine that I do in the morning just to like, you know, wake myself up and be ready for the day. And then, you know, from there, get ready for school. And then usually I end up having like a couple minutes where I can... you know, check if there's any like emails or anything, I can get to those. And then at school, going through the day, I mean, like, you know, lunch and stuff. Usually I'm able to like, again, if I need to do anything email wise or talk to anybody, I can do that. And then I heard they're locking down on the phones though this year, so I might need to.
Are you taking the phones away?
During class, I think, in like passing periods, they're supposed to be away, but I should be fine. You know, lunch and nutrition's enough for me to take care of business. Yeah. And then if there's anything I need to do, usually I'm able to do it after school. So. Okay.
But then you have your mom and your grandma, right? That could help. Yeah. Are they hands-on too? Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, they help out totally. So that's.
But it looks like you got it down. Like you're able to handle it yourself. Yeah.
We have a system down at this point, kind of, and it helps that I can drive now. So.
Did you get your license this year?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, back in March.
Okay.
So I think that's been good for business.
Yeah, right. You get more stuff.
Yeah, I can make my deliveries now, and it's not like, hey, Mom, we need to make a delivery after school. It's all right. I'm gonna go make a delivery after school.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like I'm going. So how many deliveries do you typically do a week?
It's probably like we do a couple deliveries a month at this point. Usually we're still, you know, pretty small.
Like bulk.
But yeah.
Bulk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the subject-wise, what's your favorite subject in school?
Ooh, I always get asked this.
Uh-huh.
And for me, I take business as one of my electives, and that's my favorite class. You know, just because, like, you know, something I'm passionate about, it's something I get to be, you know, it's a very hands-on class. So, like, next year, I'm going to be in the class that's running the student store.
Okay, what is that?
So, we have this little building, I think it used to be a classroom at the high school, and they turned it into the student store. So, now it's like run by the business club.
Okay.
And, you know, they'll, like, members of the business club will pitch in and work. And then, you know, we have everyday goods really for students. So, like, the drinks and the chips.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I see what you mean. Is it in town that you go to school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I go to Pastor Robles High School.
Okay. Because my niece goes to middle school, and she mentioned, and I don't know if this is true, but she said that there's no snacks. You can't buy snacks. You think she's lying?
I mean, at the middle school, yeah, probably.
Really? I would think that I'm like,
Yeah.
how do you mean there's no snacks for you to buy inside?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense at a middle school.
You think
but
so?
Yeah. No, I'm sure there's a couple, you know, kids. There's probably a few hustlers there.
It's funny.
She's just got to look.
It's funny you say that because there is one.
Yeah.
There's a kid who comes with his snacks and he sells them. But it's hard for me to believe that there's no snacks for them to buy.
Yeah, and even at our high school with the snacks, you know, we still have a couple people who are trying to hustle and
or chips.
No, they all No, I think I know. I had a couple buddies who did that. So
that's smart.
Yeah, I mean, I respect the hustle,
right?
You know,
yeah.
And, you know, my the business teacher, you know, she runs a student store, but she respects the hustle, so I don't have an issue.
Right? No,
then there's no conflict of interest. So
that's super smart, right? To just start. Why not?
No, it
You're
is.
gonna buy it. Might as well buy it from some your students, not your friends, not the cafeteria. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what was it? So you've been on another podcast.
Yeah.
So right now you said you're in a social media presence. You want to be in a social media presence, and you have an Instagram as well. Do you have a goal? Like, is your marketing? I'm sorry, Melanie, is that her name?
Melanie. She just does our graphic design.
Okay.
So we really take care of the marketing like ourselves when it comes to like the Instagram and all those things.
Do you have any cool ideas for your Instagram that you want for the future?
Yeah, I think there's a couple things we'll probably get started up, you know, in the future. You know, I think having like more recipes on there and stuff is something that we're looking at.
That's a great idea.
So we're gonna
a chicken salad recipe,
exactly,
fried chicken tacos.
Oh, we do need to put up a recipe for that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I need to write that down.
Wouldn't that be cool with cabbage? Oh, now I want some.
Yeah.
It's time for lunch.
I don't blame you. Yeah. So. I think you said earlier something about goals. I don't think I really necessarily like have like a goal. I think it's just like do the best, you know, we can to get the Breadin Bros name out there.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's ultimately the goal. You know, I don't think setting follower goals or, we're going to be getting X many likes on a post. I don't really do that, you know. I think that's kind of setting yourself up for failure, where it's like, oh, I don't hit this goal now.
Right.
Now you know, ruins your afternoon
what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
I think the same way with mine. I don't. It's not about the followers, but it's just about the people that you know and who are wanting to follow you in the journey. It's about them. Right, like you're able to, like you said, that you can put your taco recipe on there, and then somebody can try it out, and then you know, like in the back of your mind, you know that somebody is somebody who supports you and who is very excited about your journey, and I think that's what matters.
Exactly. Yeah, I think building the Breadin Bros family is more important than building the Breadin Bros Instagram.
Yeah, right. Like anybody, it should always just be for yourself and your family. Yeah.
Yeah. No, and yeah, I mean the Instagram is just a means of like, you know, connecting with the people at the end of the day. It's not the
it's not the likes.
Yeah.
But when you start to do that, you start to enjoy it. Have you started enjoying it yet, or
yeah, I'm getting there.
you'll start to enjoy it, because if you do things for yourself, you'll start to be like really excited. You're like, oh, what a great idea! I'm gonna do that next.
Yeah.
It's super fun. Eventually, but
Yeah, it's been really exciting doing a lot of the building over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
So it's been nice for
Right.
sure, and like getting to be able to see firsthand. Oh, hard work does pay off.
Consistency.
Yeah, consistency pays off. Yeah. You know, it's all really exciting to see, and I think it's, you know, so awesome that I'm able to do it at this point.
Yeah. So then so you're 16 now. What grade are you in? Sophomore?
I'm going into junior year.
Junior year. You
Yeah.
have 2 more years. Are you thinking of just keep going with this, or are you thinking college? What?
That's
And you're like, why do you ask me this? You're so
This is
young.
the one question
No, skip next.
No, it's fine.
just kidding.
It's you know, I think there's a lot to consider with
Yeah.
that, and obviously, you know, I think there are some paths, you know, that are really exciting. I've got to look at all of my options, because my rule of thumb is keep all the doors open. You know, do the best you can in high school, right? Open all the doors you can, you know, college wise, if that's what I want to do, and then I can do just because I have a whatever GPA and whatever score, and I can qualify for whatever college. You know, that's not going to be, you know, the decision maker. That's just going to be making sure that door is open. So when I can choose, you know, I have an option.
Yeah.
I have options, so I can
That is
choose
so smart.
whatever door I want to go down ultimately. So, yeah.
That's smart. Or you could even do you can even take like business classes, and it'll help you with your business, right?
Yeah,
So that'd be
no,
cool.
I've been going through the whole course, and I've been on the business clubs, so I'm a proud Paso Robles Bearcat business.
Yeah. I went
person.
to Paso High School too. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
totally.
good school.
No, I like the Bearcat pride, you know.
How about any sports? Are you into
Yeah, so I actually do stats for the varsity football team.
Oh, what is that like?
So it's traveling with the team. It's,
Okay.
you know, you have before it's been like, oh, you get a clipboard, a paper, and a pencil, and you're writing down everything, you know, like their numbers. So
Okay.
like, oh, I'm supposed to record how many yards the quarterback threw for, you know, however much we ran for today. So that's been cool. I've also done that since year one, varsity, or I started on freshman. And that was our undefeated year. So I take a little bit of
a little pride for that.
yeah, a little
right?
bit of pride in that.
You have to.
I still, you know, they gave me a shirt. You know, they gave me one of the undefeated shirts, so I still wear that around. You know, that was pretty cool. And then, yeah, I got the chance to go up to varsity the following year. So I took it, and it's been history ever since.
Yeah, you have to take every opportunity, right?
Yeah, and then, yeah, that's pretty cool because I'm going into I'm going to be in the class next year.
Okay.
So, like, I'm going to be doing, like, I'll be with the team, like, more this year. So I think that'll be a really good opportunity to, you know, learn even more about, like, working with a team and, you know, all the other stuff that comes with being a stats person for high school football team.
Right?
Yep.
You're going to be with them the whole entire time. Because, right, you're a junior, then you're going to be a senior.
Yeah. I mean,
And you started when you were, what is it?
Freshman.
Yeah,
I started when I was freshman. That was on the that was, you know, obviously down at the freshman team. But, you know, it's pretty cool being on varsity now. Yeah, and it's funny. People always come up to me and they'd be like, "Oh, you'd be great on the football team. You know, why don't you play?" But it's like, you know, it's funny. I've always been more of a sideline person.
Yeah.
It's like how people, you know, will be like, "Oh, you know, are you gonna be like a chef?" Right? It's all. I kind of like to compare the two, where it's like, oh, they think, you know, I want to be the player or I want to be the chef, but you know, I'm more like the business person. I'm on the sidelines. You know, that's kind of where I think you know, my talents are best
It's so good that you already know what you're good at, because that's going to help you so much with, like you said, you know that that's what you're the best at. So you're going to do that. You know, why try something else, but since you're already good at that.
Yeah, absolutely. If it ain't broke, don't fix
There
it.
you go. I like that.
Yeah.
So something I was going to ask you, your classmates, how do they feel about you starting your own business?
I think, they enjoy it for sure. I see them at the fair, they'll grab samples and,
I'm sure you encourage them maybe to start their own business. Or
I mean, I think, whatever path they want to take, is great. Like, I have a friend who's going to go into healthcare. So obviously it's like, we need people and everything. And, so I kind of support whatever path they want to go down. I don't really, try to push them one way or another. And I think a lot of people, I think there's quite a few people who have it figured out. And for me, it's like, do it. Like,
do it.
Follow it. I'm out here following what I want to do. So, I encourage them to do the same. And I think,
Well, I think you give them that courage of where it's like age doesn't matter, because you started at such a young age, and if you're persistent, like most of us, like are either too shy, or we're like, oh, like I'm too young, or I can't drive, right?
I mean, that one might, I can't drive. In some cases, that might actually be,
right,
there might be some good reasons.
You're like, wait, but you figured it out. You have your family, you have your grandma, your mom, so.
I've been really lucky to where I've been able to have that, sorted out. So that was.
So anybody who wants to start some, business or whatever, there's no excuses.
Or no, I mean, if you want to do, if you want to go down a certain path, I think it's always worth a shot. You
just have to have, everything is nerve-wracking, and it's, it's not always easy to do it, but you just have to get past that, like, nervous. Were you nervous when you started your business?
I don't think it was really nervous, because I was just like, I was kind of focused on like really getting it out there, and I was just, I can't really say I was nervous. No, I was excited.
There you go. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you get too excited. You get so excited that that's on your mind, and you have to create it.
Yeah.
Or if not,
like it's funny because, like you said earlier, like going into the interview, we were a little nervous about it, but I was thinking, like, on the way in, I was like, oh, I'm doing an interview today. Cool.
See, that's awesome. I'm 28 almost, and I like walk in here and I pace back and forth, and I'm like, oh my gosh, are they here? So
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it'd be interesting to see what it'd be like on the other side. I don't really interview people. I'm always the one getting interviewed, so it's, I need to be on the other side of the
should. Honestly,
mic one time.
I think it's more nerve-wracking to be being interviewed rather than interviewing someone. So you'd be great at it. Because if you're not nervous now, you're not going to be nervous on this side.
Yeah.
Because the first time I did my first podcast, I don't even think I answered any questions. I was so nervous. I'm like, So you did a great job.
Thank you.
Is there anything that you'd like to tell people about, like, starting their business, or just anything in mind that you feel like people should know about you?
Yeah, I like the business, the anything people should know about starting a business. I think really people need to, as that one guy said, just do it. Yeah, right? You know that one video? Yeah.
We talked about it earlier. Just do it.
Just do it.
Get it done.
Yeah.
Write down ideas, right?
Yeah,
right.
Totally. And I mean,
did you write down your ideas when you were creating your business?
I've always been the kind of, write it in my mind kind of person. I do need to start writing stuff down more. I'm going to be honest, but so far it's been, just a lot of it, like, keeping in my mind, because I'm always like, I'm one of those people that's always thinking. So it's like, when it comes to that kind of stuff, it's like, I'm, just
doing it.
Yeah.
I'm the same. I'm always thinking, and for me, actually, it's really hard to write things down.
Yeah.
Because when I write it down, I start to I don't think anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I'm like, I'm gonna make a list today, and then I'm like, oh wait, what do I have to do? I just forgot.
Yeah.
And so when I start walking away, then everything comes back. And I'm like, oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I have to go do this or grocery shop, whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing about knowing what yourself is. You know that lists are not really your thing, and you're doing just fine with that one.
Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah.
Fun. So last year you were we do concerts at the park for Remax Parkside, and I remember last year you were there, and I missed it because I was on the other side working it. Are you gonna be there this year too?
I think so.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna try our best.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, we love being down there. So
it's I think August 28th.
28th.
So
right.
for everybody listening, if you want to try Aiden's Breadin Bros chicken batter, you'll have samples there. Maybe
we're gonna try our best. Like I said.
If so, concert at the park. It's the last concert at the park, so everybody's welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's welcome.
It's a good time for everyone to try your product.
Yeah. Totally. So.
How was that though? How was that your first kind of bigger event giving out samples? No, because you did the fair too.
I've done the fair. That was after our second fair. That was right after our second fair.
Was the fair your biggest?
Fair is our biggest usually.
Okay.
Yeah. Although not too far behind is Cowgirl Christmas. We've gone there 2023 and 2024 too.
Oh.
And that was, that was actually big because it was instead of we're doing 2 hours for, a couple days, it was we're doing 7 hours for 2 days. So it's you're really.
Yeah, you're there.
There, yeah.
You have to prepare yourself for that many people too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is this Cowgirl Christmas?
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
It's at the fairgrounds. So it's hosted, there's this family that I think they moved to Texas, but they were based out of here for a long time, and they have this event, and it's, the two, I think, when you walk into the fair, it's the first two buildings to the left.
Okay.
They host them in there. And they do it, every Thanksgiving weekend. Okay. And yeah,
you've done it 2 years, you said?
Done it 2 years.
Okay. And so is everyone welcome, or how did
I think they have I think the tickets are $5 or something.
Oh.
So it's you just get a super cheap ticket. You come in, and then there's all these vendors, doing holiday themed shopping. We'll do a little gift bag. We have this cute, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's this bandana kind of thing, and we wrap it up. Wrap up the bag, and then we'll be we'll give you a gift bag if you're going to gift it to someone.
Oh, that's sweet. And so 7 hours, you said?
Yeah, 7 hours for 2 days.
Wow.
So, and it's funny because it's basically the same amount of hours we do for the fair. So it's basically just a fair condensed.
Yes.
Really into two days.
Because you get a lot more people at the fair. Yeah. Ooh. Just at a lot.
It's I think pretty close to the same amount of, I would say in terms of people that end up sampling us. Yeah. And then it turns out to be about the same amount of people. So. And
you're going to be there this coming week at the fair, right?
Yeah. Thursday through Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m.
Okay.
I have that ingrained in my head at this point. I've been telling everyone for the past 2 weeks, it's been, are you sampling? Yeah, I'm sampling 5 to 7, Thursday through Saturday. You should
have a little
right next
shirt
to the
or something.
Idler's Kitchen. That's been, yeah.
That's so cool. I need to stop by. I've been a couple times to the fair, and I was going to stop and see you, but I don't make it till after 7.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at getting to places on time. Unless it's business.
So get there at you plan on getting there at 5 and you'll show up just in time.
6. Right.
Yeah.
Well, Aiden, I'm so happy to have you on the Valeria Genoves Show.
Yeah. Super happy to be on here.
Yeah, you have a lot of supporters actually. So I don't know if but I actually work at at a Pine Street Saloon.
Oh, you do?
And somebody there recommended me to have you on my podcast. And I'm like, what? Like, yes, of course.
I remember that, actually, because I got the other side of the story last night.
I mean, I was like, am I supposed to say this?
Well, that wasn't really just anyone. That was my uncle.
That was your uncle. But then when I started talking, I'm like, am I supposed to, like, should I tell people?
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah.
Your
uncle,
last night, Mike.
Yeah.
Him and I had a conversation. I'm like, oh my God, why you didn't, like, yes, this is going to be a great one too. And I happened to see him yesterday too.
Yeah, so I saw him yesterday too, and it was after the concert. We were getting like corn dogs, and then he came up to me and he was like, "Oh, you're going on the that show tomorrow," and he was like, "Oh, I told her about having you on."
Yeah,
and I was like, "Really?" Yeah.
I mean, of course, they're your family and they love you, but it's so cool to see it because I see Mike, your uncle, wearing your hat all the time, and he's actually giving me samples as well. So he's out there promoting you, and
there you go.
Giving you a shout out,
Uncle Mike.
Uncle Mike. And he's going to hear this podcast too. So Uncle Mike.
I'm sure. Sounds like it. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much for being here and taking the time to do this with us.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And I'm hoping to see you more. See you around more, and I'll be supporting you.
Absolutely. So it's been super awesome to be on here.
Yay! And I'm so happy that you're not nervous too. I need to be, I need to take your courage. I need some of your courage.
Let's all take a deep.
See, it was all okay. 1 hour, we did just fine.
That was great.
Yeah.
We had a,
give me a 5. We did it.
Yeah.
Woo! Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.